Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt Dog. I'm Who You With, Kurt Dog. Um, Thank you for watching on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. I'm gonna get right into it. The former branch police officer that harassed a young black man over the weekend, I believe it was on Saturday. On Saturday, um, they was pulling over a white pickup truck with a Caucasian woman in it. And as they was pulling her over, she stopped. When he get ready to get out the car, she pulled off. Whatever the case was, she ended up finally stopping when he got on the loudspeaker and told her, pull the car over. She finally pulled over. Now, it happened in Farmers Branch, Texas, at an apartment complex. Um, so as she pulled over, they get out. That officer pull up, and then they turn around doing a traffic stop. As soon as they walk up to the truck, you see a young Caucasian lady by another one. Nothing said. A couple of seconds later, you see a young African American boy passing by, drinking his drink. It looked like he was eating some spicy hot skins. And when they seen him, Officer J. Merritt turned around, looked at him, started walking toward him. Now, the young lady that filmed the videotape, she had been filming before that happened. She was filming from the traffic stop when she heard commotion of the officers trying to pull over this truck. So when they approached them, she said, "No, I'm going down there." She go downstairs, and when she approached them, the officer was like, "Do you live here?" She's like, "Yes, I'm a resident here." And she turned to the young man and said, "Sir, baby, come on. You don't need to talk with them. Let's go." They talking about, well, he looked like a suspect. She said, "No, I've been watching y'all the whole time. It's all on videotape." And they kept on trying to convince them, but when they realized she was videotaping, one of the Officer Beat, turned around and walked off. Jay Merritt, he tried to explain. It's too late to explain. Even the young man was saying, "Sir, if your partner is in the wrong, you don't have to stand by him." That's the same rule that Dallas Police Department just told their officer. If you see an officer doing something wrong, you confront him and report him. So then Officer J. Merritt, he was walking back to his car and he stopped. He come back saying, F this badge, F this badge. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help y'all. So that threw up some curiosity for me. I said, let me go back and watch this video and see who approached this guy first. Of course, it was Officer J. Merritt. He approached the young man first. And I'm like, hey, they finally left. Once they found out they was being videotaped, they started singing a different tune. So I would tell everybody, if you see a policeman pull over a black person or Hispanic, 81, at a safe distance, pull out your phone and videotape them. Because if not, that could have been a whole new different situation. Because there's no way, if that young lady did not take a stand and come out and videotape this, it's no telling what they would have done to that young man. So I was pissed when I heard it, when I seen the video. And you can watch it on my page. It's on the page. You can watch it, look at it for yourself, see what you think about it. And you can live chat with us now. Live chat. Tell me what's on your mind. So when I seen the video, I said, well, look, they had the chief of police number on the post. And I said, no. I thought about what the chairman of the Dallas Community Review, the Oversight Board, told me on Saturday at the show. He said, you don't want to deal with the policeman. The policeman. No, take it to your city councilman or take it higher. I had flashback when a policeman stopped me several years back and did me the same way, and I was driving in a car. So I called the mayor office. Mayor Robert Dye, the mayor of former branch, and Robert Dye called this office, the secretary answered. I said, well, ma'am, I'm trying to reach Mayor Dye. She said, well, he's not in. Okay. Any of the city councilmen in? No, they not in. They don't hardly come in here that much, not unless there's something going on. I said, okay, well, I need to get a message to the mayor. She was like, what's the message? I said, well, I want to know about this young black boy that was harassed over the weekend. I want to know what's going on with that. What are y'all going to do about it? She said, well, let me give you his number. So she gave me his cell number. I called, probably sat there looking at the phone. Oh, I don't know this number. So I get a voicemail. I left a detailed message, and I explained to him, I want answers. I want to know, what are you going to do with your policemen harassing young black folks for no reason? They was on a traffic stop, but they also let this person leave on this traffic stop for they can harass this young black man. And I told him, I said, well, I'm doing a show tonight, and I'm going to talk about this on the show. I'm going to talk about it. So I want to know what you're going to do. Please call me back before I do the show. I said, well, maybe he's in a meeting. So I also texted him. Sent the text to him. Same thing. Saying it was delivered. No response. Okay. I said, all right. I reposted it. Said, we're going to talk about it on the show tonight. Want to know your opinion on it. I'm not sure, Charles Hunt out of California, he want to know when will this chaos stop. I'm afraid to go out. I feel you. I feel the same damn way, and I'm fed up with it because this is ridiculous. As a black man, we don't know if we can leave our home or not because you have these scary cops where the color of my skin is a threat. So I'm tired. I'm tired of it. And to Mayor Robert Dye, once I reposted it, I had someone from former branch to reach out to me. And we talked for a while on the phone. And as I listened to the young lady concerned, she said, look, soon as I seen this story, I reached out to my city councilman because he'd know me. I sent him an email, sent him the video. Soon as he seen it, he called me right back. I said, that's a good thing. And she went on to tell me a little bit about the mayor. He barely won the election there. And if you Google his name, he have some stuff on his background. Robert Dye. So definitely Google him. I'm not going to put his business out there. I'm going to give him the opportunity to call me back. Put it on the next show. I don't care. I'll put it all out there. He might have been at a bar. I don't know. I'm just saying. But for the city of Former Branch, when you have a leader like that don't want to deal with this issue head on, when it's up for re-election, get rid of him. Vote him out. Get him out of office. He don't need to be there at all. And I would tell him myself, I'm trying to get you out of office. Because if I was the mayor, I don't live in Former Branch, but if I was the mayor of Former Branch, if I get a text, maybe you're busy, didn't see the voicemail. You didn't get a chance to listen to the voicemail. But if I receive a text telling you what's going on, reason why I'm calling, I don't care what I'm doing. He don't know if I live in a city or not. Only thing he knew, I was a black man calling about an issue in his city. So the city of Former Branch, when re-election come up for him, he barely won the election. Vote him out. Make sure he don't have a runoff this time. Get him out of office. He don't need to be there. So that's my opinion. I want to know how you feel about it. So many different stories have happened since Saturday, which is crazy. You can chat with us live. You can also like and share. Let your friend know we are on. We had a couple of technical issues earlier, but I was so hot, forgot to cut the microphone on. So I guess I was yelling enough. I thought y'all could hear me without it. I apologize for that. But then we have another unarmed black man killed in Atlanta. Rayshard Brooks. A cop was too lazy. I'm going to say he was just too lazy to run after a suspect. He decided to shoot instead of running. That statement almost sounds familiar. Only difference was he wasn't looting. So I'm just saying, they should have fired him, should have arrested him immediately. I'm not saying Rayshard was right resisting arrest, but it shouldn't cost him his life. If that cop did his job, Rayshard would still be here today. But that cop was too lazy to do his job. And then for the police union there, talking about the city act too quick. What else do you need to see? it was on video. That cop didn't care who was around. The video I seen, the lady was in the car with her child. You could accidentally kill them. So you telling me they acted too quick? No, they should have fired his ass and made sure he don't get another police job. Should have put him in jail right then for murder. So don't um no that it, no it sound like these police union um they're afraid to take a stand for what's right because they want the dues to keep coming in. But when it's all said and done, what you're doing today, you're gonna have to answer for it later. So that cop should have been fired, should have been arrested immediately with no bond, no bail. And now, um, oh boy, Charles, you might know a little bit about this. I don't know. But I guess about 2 hours ago now, we up to 4 black men hanging from a tree. And they all saying suicide. That I don't believe that at all. 2 other men was in California, one in New York, and one was just found in Texas that just came out today. Now, um, someone actually sent the messages and said it was up to 5 men now. So I could be wrong on the answer, or they could be wrong on the numbers, but they just sent it in. When I last checked, it said 4. I could be wrong. Maybe they found another one somewhere. But for a black man to hang himself from a tree, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. I would have to see it for myself. He probably died from hanging from that tree, but I'm sure it wasn't his choice. And it's so easy for people to say one thing, but it actually was something completely different. So, no, I don't believe that. I want to know how y'all feel out there. Tell me, tell me what's your thoughts about some of the subjects that I've put out there so far. And also, people, coronavirus is still live and well. This is not a game, it's not a test. This is real. Report came out today. The Texans football team and the Dallas Cowboys have been tested positive. One of them, Ezekiel Elliott, tested positive. Coronavirus don't care how much money you have, how much fame you have. This is real. And it will take you out. Hopefully, the ones that have been affected by it, hopefully they heal from it. But this is not a game. Get tested. Definitely get tested. They have testing all over the city in most places. Now, I can only speak on here in Dallas area. They have testing going all over. I went and took a test last Thursday. It's not painful. It was real easy to do. Just have to have patience. But the process that they have is really good because it's keeping you safe. Like I say, get tested. It could be a little worse. Over the weekend, Arkansas on Saturday, 500 new cases on Saturday. On today, 12,917 new cases of the coronavirus in Arkansas. In Arkansas. No matter what, they can open up all the bars, the restaurants, whatever they're going to open up. You have a choice if you're going to go there or not. And you need to protect yourself at all time. Because this coronavirus, as long as people going out, hanging out, partying, and all of this, it's just going to keep going around in cycle. One of my neighbors on yesterday, they had cars parked from one end of the block to about 4 or 5 houses down. None of them wearing a mask. Just because it's pretty outside and all of that, you still got to protect yourself. Steve Humphrey asked, what are the names of the men that were found hung from a tree? I've only found 3 out of 4, so there might be 5. I'd like to make sure the word get out because I had not seen anything until today. I've only seen 4, and the one in Houston, I don't think they had identified yet. So it was Malcolm. I believe one of them was named Malcolm, and I don't know what I did with my nose. Malcolm, and there was 2 in California, 1 in New York, and 1 in Texas. And someone sent a message and said it's 5. It's up to 5 now. I can't verify 5, but I do know about 4. And the one in Houston, I don't think he been identified just yet, but it just came out today. I looked before I say anything about it. I actually look at the dates of it. Okay, he said he knows about Cali and Texas, didn't know about New York. If someone knows the person name in New York, definitely put it in the chat. Let us know, and I will try to find it myself. But I know about 4. Hold on. That was in Manhattan Park. Hold on. See if they have his name on here. Dominique Alexander, 27, of Kingsbridge Terrace in the Bronx. He was found in Manhattan Park, and that was on June the 9th. So definitely, if it is a 5th person, send that information in for we can know exactly who the 5th person is. But as a black man, be safe. be safe. Um, Appreciate it, Stephen. He said, "Thank you. I'm standing with you, brother. I appreciate it." As a black man, we need to be safe. If you have a black man in your family, um, and this is for the sisters, if you have a black man in your family, pray over them, pray for them. I see the comments where some of my followers, they're saying they praying for their sons and all of that. And we definitely all need prayer because it's a lot of wicked things going on now. And people just don't care no more. We're taking a stand and protesting to make changes, but then you have people that is racist and want to try to prevent people from making those changes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not afraid of them. I had a post earlier about a guy at a Black Lives Matter um, protest up in Ohio. They put on there his name and where he work at. I called. Lady told me he no longer work here anymore. She probably lying. But if you check my page, it's on there. It's on there. I'm tired. I'm tired because just like Charles Hunt said out of L.A., he afraid to come out his house. You don't know what to expect no more. Just like come November here in Texas, today is the last day to register to vote. I believe it need to be postmarked by midnight in order to be in, but today is the last day to register. So I'm tired. I'm tired. I have nephews, cousins, great nephews that are all black males. I'm tired. I'm trying to make arrangement when the march on Washington have happened. I believe it's August 28th. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go. I know I'm supposed to be having surgery soon. Hopefully, I'm healed enough where I can go. So I'm trying to go. I want to be there because we need to take a stand. And at this point, the way things are going, I would say take a stand by any means necessary because at some point, enough is enough. And I'm tired. With these brothers' life being taken and our leaders act like they don't care and they don't want to do anything about it, we need to take a stand. If they don't want to help protect us, get them out of office. I say that all the time. No matter what state you in, go to vote.org. And if you're a felon, look on there and see if you can vote again. As long as you paid your dues and done your time, not on papers or anything, most states will give you your voting rights back. But take the first step and go to vote.org and find out if you can vote. If you see you can vote, vote. Vote. That's about the loudest way we can speak legally. I'm tired. I want to know how y'all feel about everything. I'm a normally I've been undone it by now, but I needed to vent today. And what I'm gonna do is um, I'm gonna put a link on the page if you want to join in and free your mind about how you feel about things. You're more than welcome to click the link, and you will be brought into the show. And just be mindful. I'm gonna let you do it. Come on, whatever is on your mind, you can free your mind and say what's going on how you feel about things. The link is up. Just click on it. If you can't click on it there, I see it just came up in the chat. Um, okay, Steven said I'm white, and I'm tired of watching. I have wonderful black neighbors that I consider family to me. Time should have changed long before I was born, but this shit is taught. I agree with you, Steve, and I appreciate you for taking a stand and standing up for what's right. I appreciate it. Along with me, I know I have a lot of friends um, that are all different type of race. I don't care. I'm gonna treat you the same way you treat me. If you want to deal with me, I'm gonna deal with you. If not, deuces. Welcome to the show, Lisa Johnson. Um, it's all right, you late. Had a little bit of technical issue earlier. I was so hot, forgot to cut the microphone on, so I start over. So you good, but um, all chat is welcome. If, like I said, if you want to come in, just click the link. I see when you come in, and I will bring you in and let you free your mind, say what's on your mind. So, but at some point, we have to take a stand and do something about it. Um, one of the things we have to do is vote. I say it all the time. I don't care if our leaders are not listening to us. Vote them out. Get them out. That's the way I see it. If for some reason, if if you know what a person can do, or if you know how a person can get elected, and if you want to mentor a young person and bring them up for they can be groomed to get into politics, do that. We all can do something. So, um, and if it's a young person out here listening, get and the older people like myself, um, get to know your city councilman. Get to know them, for we can make a difference. You watch and see them, shadow them, and then one day you say, you know what? They may decide to retire, and they pass the torch to you. But follow them, get to know the do's, the ins and outs of it. So, but like I say, former branch mayor had every opportunity to call Robert Dye. Google him. If somebody have Googled him, let me know what you found out. Um, but definitely Google him. Now, from my understanding, his record is not all that squeaky clean. That's that privilege. Um, Welcome to the show, Laton Holloway. Yes, it started from the top. We need to rewrite the Constitution. We need new congressmen and legislation. Yes, you are right. We do. We do. And I don't know if you caught the first part of the show. about the former branch police officer harassing this young black man over the weekend. But um, this is crazy. We need to take a stand on it. We need to take a stand. Like I said, I did call the mayor. He haven't returned my phone call. Now I could be. Now I'm not gonna give y'all his cell number. He wouldn't get no rest tonight. He probably come knock on my door and say, "What you doing?" But you had the opportunity of calling us. But if he don't call me back by the time the next show, I'll give you his cell number. Or call the mayor office. She'll give it to you. That's how I got it. That's exactly how I got it. Welcome to the show, Ty Owens. Thank you for watching. Tell a friend about the show. Tell a friend, share, like, whatever you want to talk about tonight. As you can see, I'm putting the comments in the chat. You can chat with us live. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Definitely chat live with us. Whatever is on your mind, let's talk about it. So far tonight, we talked about the former branch police officer that harassed the young black man, Officer Jay Merritt and Officer Beach at a former branch. I have called the city mayor, Robert Dye, called them text, and he haven't returned my phone call. You can watch that video on my page. We also talked about Rayshard Brooks, the senseless killing of another unarmed black man in Atlanta. Shot him twice in the back. That just ran me out. Okay. Miss Lisa Johnson, she's the young lady I said that actually live in former branch. She said her city councilman emailed her back. She's supposed to meet with the councilman and the police chief on Friday. Hopefully the lady that filmed it can go with me. Let me know if I need to come. I will come. I clear my schedule to be able to come because I want to talk to the mayor because he should have called back. I don't care. What was important? Okay, maybe you didn't get your voicemail, but you did get the text message. You could have easily responded back. Even if you didn't want to talk on the phone, you could have said, "Hey, I'm looking into it." But you didn't even give enough respect to do that. So I would let me know if you need for me to come. I will come. And now we'll talk offline on it, but let me know. So the thing is, we have to take a stand. That could have been my son, could have been, well, I don't have a son, but if I had one, it could have been my son, my nephew, my cousin, or anything. And if the young lady did not videotape, and I'm glad the young lady went down there because they didn't know they was being videotaped. If she would have stayed on her balcony filming that, it would have been a completely different story. But because she took a stand and she said, "No, I'm going down there," and she walked down there with her phone in her hand, videotaping the whole way. And when they noticed they was being videotaped, first thing they asked her, "Do you live here?" "Yes, I'm a resident here." And she told the man, "You don't have to say nothing to them. Come on. I seen it all. It's on video." So that's I appreciate the young lady. I forgot her name. It's actually on the video. And I've been to her page and she's scared. She's scared that she videotaped it. And actually I'm gonna ask a favor because I normally don't do this, But if there's a preacher listening to me, if you're on here listening, I know I have several preachers friends. At the end of the show, I want you to come on and lead us in prayer because this is getting bad. It's getting bad. Um, to the point where I'm looking at certain people post that the young lady name is Rachel. Um, but I'm looking at certain people post, people that I've been knowing for years. I can I can hear the frustration in their comments. I can hear it. Um, I can hear it in my comments because a lot of time before I make a comment, y'all don't know I struggle because I had to keep deleting my comments. 'Cause if I said what I wanted to say, it wouldn't be good because I have enough respect for the ladies on here, uh, my mom, the pastors on here. I try not to get to that point. I try not to spend a lot of time on Facebook anymore. And today, I think I stayed off Facebook most of the day until I got prepared to do the show. And then I had like 25 or 30 alerts. And one of the first one I seen was about the young man in former branch. That ran me hot. That ran me very hot. Welcome to the show, Tracy. Um, so definitely, if it's a preacher on here, um, send me a message, and I will um, get you on the show to close the show out with prayer. Um, I could do it, but right now, I, my prayer may have a couple of cuss words in it, so I'm just saying I'm gonna just be real. But um, I just Jow Jackson, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Um, but definitely, um, we're in some tough times right now. We're dealing with a pandemic. Now we got to deal with the racist cops. Then you got to deal with, well, they the same racist cop and racist foes. And only different is they just put the uniform back on. They take the hood off. So I'm not saying all of white brothers and sisters are racist. I'm not saying that at all. Um, we had a young man only earlier, Stephen. I forgot his last name, Stephen Humphreys. Um, he said he fed up. A white man saying he's fed up. So this is something. It's not just about black and brown or anything like that. This affects all of us for the simple fact, whatever happened with any race is going to affect all of us. And at some point, we sick and tired. Stephen also mentioned this should have been solved way before he was born. So I don't know how old he is. I know um, I'm 48, so it should have been solved before I was born. But once again, some people want to hold on to their roots, and this stuff is taught because the ones in my generation, you still doing stuff like this, and some of these cops are younger than me. So this is stuff that was taught at home. And at some point, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I've seen a lot of racist comment, but just because I'm a black man. I have a target on my back. Some of them say, "Oh, you a big black man. Uh, you this, you that." Latonya Holloway said it should have been resolved during after the civil rights movement. Yes, I agree with you. It should have. It should have been solved a long time ago. Good luck on that, Stephen. Stephen said my stepdad was 100% racist. It taught, and I had to teach my parents that racism is and how bad it is. That's fucked up. A child should not be telling his parents being a racist is messed up. So I agree with you, Stephen. I'm with you. And unfortunately, um, for some people, I hate to say it's a lost cause, but at some point, if I'm glad mom taught us right, because if I was raised in a racist household, I couldn't be a part of it. I have a close friend of mine, um, and if she's listening, she'll know who I'm talking about. And if she want to say it on here, that's up to her. But um, she's cool. But she told me long time ago, her brother is one of the biggest racists around, and I'm like, man, I had the opportunity a couple of years ago. Just so happening, my wife and I and some friends met up at a restaurant, and she came up to me, gave me a big hug, talking about, "Hey, big brother." I'm like, "Hey," and I had the opportunity of meeting that racist brother. I knew when I first seen him who he was just by the hat he had on. That told me a lot. But my mama always told me, always be nice. I spoke to him and I left him alone. Because if he said anything out of line, it would have been some tables moving. Sybil Turner said, in a woman, um, Alicia Johnson replied to Stephen Humphrey, "You doing the right thing, thumb up." Yes, you are. It take a lot to take a stand when you have racist folks that is in your family. It definitely take a lot. Because first thing they're gonna do, they're gonna call you out your name. They're gonna say they disown you, but you decide to take a stand to do what's right. I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. But let me know how y'all feel about the things I've talked about. Um, even the fact of coronavirus. Arkansas had 500 new cases Saturday, and tonight they have 12,917 new cases. 12,917 new cases. We have to do better as people. We need to protect ourselves at all costs. Most of my followers know um, my birthday is on the 13th. My mom is on the 14th. She recovering from a surgery, so we had a drive-by celebration for her yesterday, and making. Of course, they had me stand on guard. because they knew I would, to make sure no one got close to her. And some family members, they probably didn't like it, but this is my mama. I only have one. I'm not going to put her at risk. We all had our mask on, stand far apart from her. So, yeah, that's and everybody was respectful. They was, because I told my sister them, make sure they know when they pull around, don't get close to her. And I meant every bit of it. And I'm glad they didn't. They was very respectful, um, because they know my mom is a hugger, and she wanted to hug him. I'm like, nope, mom. She didn't want to go inside when it was time to go back in, but we was like, look, you've been out here too long. Let's go back in the house. So I appreciate my family for doing that yesterday. It was special for me and my siblings, and especially for my mom. So I appreciate y'all for doing that and respecting our request. I'm not getting close to her, but whatever you want to talk about tonight, we could talk about it no matter what. Uh, I kind of have calmed down a little bit, and I think earlier reason why it didn't work, because I actually tried to get on twice. First time, I don't know what happened. Second time, it just, I forgot to cut the microphone on, which was a good thing because I cussed a lot. Uh, and it probably was good. I didn't, uh, yeah, I wasn't able to hear that. Uh, so I'm definitely upset of all the things going on in the world. Welcome to the show, Angela Denise Thomas. Um, I cannot confirm that. I know 4 have been confirmed, 2 in California, 1 in New York, and 1 in Texas. She's saying 4 men was hung in California. I only know about 4, so I cannot confirm that. So, but only ones I can confirm is 2 in California, 1 in New York, 1 in Texas. But hopefully it's not up to 4. I pray and hope not. But I definitely appreciate you for tuning in. And once again, if there's any preachers out here, I really want a preacher to come on and close us out in prayer, because I'm upset with everything that's going on. I'm frustrated. So um, I I had so much stuff to do today, but once I got online, I was just upset. I was angry, and uh, when you get upset like that, sometimes it's just need to calm down. Because I know a lot of my brothers that are following me, that we're friends with on Facebook. Um, I see the comments, and I can tell by your response, you feel just like I feel. You upset. You tired of hearing about this, and as a black man, it make you wonder, will I be next? Even Charles from L.A. said he's afraid to go outside his house. So it's a lot of brothers feeling that. It's a lot of mothers and sisters and spouses that is afraid for their husband and boyfriend or son or brother to leave the house because we don't know what's going to happen once we leave the four walls. We have no idea. So it's very frustrating for me. I'm tired. I'm tired, and it's I don't know. I'm probably gonna cause my counselor to start drinking or something once I get finished with her tomorrow. So I'm just saying, I'm pissed. I'm gonna just be straight up honest. I'm pissed, and for this to happen in our backyard, and I feel like it was a disrespect for Mayor Robert Dye not to call back, not to text or anything like that. He should have at least had enough respect to say, hey, this is a citizen concerned about what's going on in my city with two white officers. Have anybody Googled him yet? Find out about him? I did. So maybe he was drinking his lunch or something. I don't know. Um, but I'm tired. This is going on too long. Um, and at some point, if the police cannot get it under control, maybe we need to get rid of the mayor. Get him out of there. Vote him out. He don't need to be there. And that's with any city. If none of your leaders are doing anything to change the action of the police department, vote them out. Let's get some fresh meat in there. Get somebody new in there that's going to look out for the people and make some changes with the laws. Hold these policemen accountable. Um, just like Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, y'all got to go. I never voted for you. And I definitely not going to vote for you now. The way that you handle this coronavirus stuff. So all of you got to go. Um, we need some fresh meat in office. We're not going to even talk about Washington because we know he need to go, and he don't know what to do. Oh, I did enjoy the President Obama Day yesterday. I don't know if y'all enjoyed it, but I did. I posted a couple of pictures. Um, Alicia Johnson said they got to go. Gotta go, gotta go. Robert Harrison said, gotta go, gotta go. So, um, yeah, I enjoyed um, National President Obama Day yesterday. Did y'all enjoy it? I don't know about y'all, but I did. I really enjoyed it. Oh, people ask me, why do you follow him? Every once in a while, I need some entertainment because I know he's going to say something stupid. So, and when I had the opportunity to send him some pictures of the National President Obama Day yesterday, oh, I I enjoyed that. I don't know about y'all, but I enjoyed it. So, um, if you didn't know, it was his birthday, so they named it President Obama Day yesterday. So I really enjoyed that. I don't know about y'all, but I can have some fun. But once again, I really appreciate y'all for listening. Tell a friend about us. Share, like. Um, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and you can live chat with us. I will read the comments while we online. If I didn't see your comment, I will go back after the show, read them, and go from there. I'm not doing that tonight because normally by the time I get off the show, I start hearing about all these other stories coming out, and then I be going to bed upset. So I'm not gonna do that tonight, but I will look at it tomorrow, responding to all the comments. You can also email us, who you with kurtdog at mail.com, who you with kurtdog at mail.com. Um, okay, Stephen Humphrey said U.S. officers have more training with guns than they do with de-escalating the situation. Let me say that again. They are taught to shoot more than they are to talk through a situation and figure out what is going on. I I definitely believe that. Like I said, I I know a lot of police officers. There's a lot of good policemen out there, and for the ones that I know, I don't think we would ever hear about them on the news doing any of this um, killing of an unarmed black man or doing some crazy stuff. Matter of fact, it was a story came out. I want to say it was a police officer was arrested over the weekend for trespassing or something. Went to his ex-wife house. But but I think sometimes we think policemen are not human, and that's why we hold them at a higher standard. Yes, they've been trained to do these things, but they choose not to do it. But at the end of the day, they still put their pants on just the way I put mine on. They're still human beings. They still have emotion. They still get stressed. They still get depressed. They still have to deal with family issues. And I think, from what I know, most police officers do have not training, counseling for policemen. So I think it should be mandatory. Once a week, an officer go see a counselor. It should be mandatory to do that. And if you're listening to the show, I say it all the time. We had counselors on in the past. They have EAP, Employee Assistance Program. Check with your HR. You could get counseling for free. So definitely check with them and take advantage of it. No matter who you are, counseling is a wonderful thing. I have no problem with saying I take counseling. I've been taking counseling since 2018 when I got out the hospital. So definitely take advantage of it. It can and will make a difference with what you're going through. Just like the couple of counselors we had on, they point out if you grew up in a household where there was argument going on, uh, physical abuse, or whatever it may be, that can still affect you today. So, Stephen, you grew up in a house with a racist person. Um, it seemed like you have your mind on right, but if you never took counseling, you may have some issues that certain little things may trigger you and take you back to your childhood. So if you never taken counseling, I would recommend that you do take counseling. It's a wonderful thing. I'm not sure where you're located, but wherever you're located, get with your HR, take advantage of your EAP. Most counselors accept pretty much all insurance, and they all accept cash. Um, so definitely take advantage of it. Um, and we're gonna have some more counselors on. I'm gonna be working at to try to have them on next week. Um, okay. Um, Steven said I never seen one. I never seen anyone, but I did want to be a therapist. I live in Nashville. Even the counselors that we had on, they go to counseling too. Because what happened is when they listen to everyone else's problem, they have to be able to talk to someone for they won't carry that burden in their heart the whole time. Um, so even with you wanting to be a therapist, it's okay to take counseling. Both of the counselors we had on, they both admit I take counseling too. And I will admit the first time I went as a black man, because um, in our community, it was brought up we don't go to counseling. We deal with our issues. The first time I went in there and I looked at looked at my counselor and I'm like, I don't know why I'm up in here. She would ask me questions, I give her short answers. By that third time, I'm in there crying like a baby because she got that breakthrough. Now, I don't hold back. I tell her exactly how I feel. And she would walk me through it. So it's okay to take counseling. It's definitely okay to take counseling. I don't care who you are. Counseling is a wonderful thing. Um, I'm gonna see if they could get us in next week. For they could do a show. Last week, everyone was tied up. They been a lot of clients since they've been on the show. Um, they actually been working some days, 7 days a week, and they still, once they get finished, they still have a household they have to take care of. Yes, we have. We had to internalize our emotion and feelings for over 500 years. As a black race, that's what we do. We don't cry over spilled milk. We try to come up with a solution, no matter what the problem is. We won't go and seek help. We definitely need to seek help. Like I said, when I do my counseling tomorrow, I hope I don't cause her to start drinking because I have a lot on my heart. I'm upset. I'm upset. And normally she knows by the way I walk in. She'd be like, it's a tough one, ain't it? Yeah. She can see it on my face when I walk in. And she like, tell me how you feel. And I open up to her. I open up to her, tell her everything that is going on. And she'll encourage me. We're gonna make it through it. She'll give me some advice on what I need to do, and we'll be okay. But I would recommend anybody during this time. It's a lot of stress going on. Everybody' life have changed. Being on quarantine and having to be at home all the time, can't do all the things you want to do. And then if you're married or dating someone, you realize how much it how much stress it can be when you have to be somewhere the full time, and if you have kids, um, trying to help them with their homework and stuff like that. So it's a lot. Um, Stephen, I said mental health is a serious issue. and many things can cause it. I believe one is a government law passing position should be required to have monthly counseling. I agree with you. Yes, they should be required to. They are. I'm gonna just say, our president needs some seriously help. I would say he probably need to be locked up somewhere in a mental institution. Now, I'm saying that about the president. Now, I'm gonna explain something to you. Just because you go to counseling don't mean you have to go to a facility. That's not it at all. Counseling is gonna help you deal with the issues that you're confused on at that time. And Steven said, I'm right there with you, brother. So it's a lot. It's a lot during this time when you hear about um, all these young, all these unarmed men getting killed now, mysterious, all these guys coming up hanging from trees and stuff like that. And then you still dealing with the coronavirus. And they talking about a second wave is gonna hit. And then Arkansas with 12,917 new cases today. Today. And a lot of people they act like it's nothing going on. Stephen, I don't I haven't been to Nashville in several years, but what is the coronavirus there? How is that going there? I would like to know because if you're in a different state, I can't keep up with all of them, but I would definitely like to know how is the coronavirus affecting you in your state. I have a friend up in Massachusetts. He said they finally starting to open things back up, but it's still scary. You don't know who have it or not. One of my doctors told me said you could be around someone with a good temperature and they may have it and you don't know. They don't know a much they don't know a lot about this virus, so we really don't know who have it, who don't have it, and every day someone come out assuming this, that, or whatever about the coronavirus, but we don't know. So I'm just I'm frustrated, um, scared about the coronavirus, scared if I walk out my house if I'm gonna be killed by a racist bastard. I don't know. So I'm just saying that's just my opinion. Since I said we are attempting to open up fully, restaurant at half capacity. I saw a post on a local page that a couple business fined for breaking certain COVID codes, not wearing masks, and sitting at the bar. Well, that's why our government gonna be voted out because he did some stuff. He changed his laws for a particular person. I refuse to say her name because I don't want her to get no credibility. But we know who she is, and once you made an executive order, you don't change your own law because of the white privilege. You don't do that. The law is in place for one reason only. Um, he said his neighbor is a barber. He just recently got back to work that a week. Um, yeah, I know several barbers that it was a struggle. Beautician, it was a struggle for them during that time. Even my friend in Massachusetts, he owned a barber shop, and it was a struggle. I talked to him earlier, and he said they just now trying to open back up. We could change laws temporary that you can have alcohol delivered to your car from bar. WTF? Yeah, we done that too. Um, and me personally, I'm very choosy. During this time, I do more cooking at home, and it's only just a couple of restaurants I really trust. But I have been to some, but if they not practicing safe, uh, if they not preparing the food in a safe manner, as for wearing gloves and masks, I turn around and walk out. I don't care who you are. My life is worth more than that. So um, we actually just had um, a fat burger open up here a couple of weeks ago. I've been there because all of them wearing gloves and masks. I seen a young lady. She touched one thing. She pulled her gloves off, washed her hand, put new gloves on. So places like that, I would trust. But if you going to fix food back in the kitchen and you coming up no glove, no mask on, you rubbing your hair, rubbing your forehead, touching your phone, you can keep it. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm gonna turn around and walk out, and that's with any restaurant. I don't care. Um, it's it's just one of those things. This day and time, we have to protect ourselves, and my life is worth more than that. So, if you're not concerned about me, you won't get my money. Steven said I've been cooking too. My fiance been enjoying cooking more. I know the local places that take proper precaution. That's who I support. I would support them, and we're limited on the food places my wife and I go to, but most of the time I'm cooking probably 5 to 6 times a week, and a couple of days I may cook enough for we have it 2 days just to be on the safe side. But um, but definitely protect yourself, um, and just protect yourself because we're talking about Arkansas, 12,917 new cases today. I don't know what Dallas had today, but I think it finally dropped just a little bit yesterday. But before then, we had like 5 days of record numbers, over 300 cases in 5 days. Even yesterday, I think it was like 311, 312 or something. That's still high, but it wasn't as high as it normally be. And it's going to continue to go up because we have people that just don't care. They think they can't get it. They feel like it's not going to affect them. They're immune to it, but they're not. Then you see the videos of folks out and about and intentionally coughing on people. Um, that's not good. That's not good at all. Um, I feel like it should be an assault. And like I said in the past, you cough on me, I'm gonna take it as a threat. That's all I can say. But I do appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Stephen, like the page, like, share, tell your friends. Um, we have, we'll be back on Thursday night. Not a, I say that, but our nights are um, Monday nights and Thursday nights. Now, if I have a counselor on, it would normally be 11 o'clock Mondays, 11 a.m. Mondays Central Time, because they normally try to squeeze me in between seeing clients. And if they're booked, I'm unable to get them on. So if it's any licensed counselors that are listening, would like to be on the show, definitely reach out to me, who you with kurtdog at mail.com, and we can make arrangements to bring you on the show, because counseling is needed with everyone. And Stephen, if you go back, look at the past videos, we did a couple of shows on mental health last month. Um, Definitely go back and look at it, and you can follow us on YouTube um, YouTube, Facebook, and both of those. Speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog. On Twitch, it's just Who You With Kurt Dog. And we're also working with some other platforms to get on those platforms also. So pretty soon we will have multiple platforms. You can check out the show. And I appreciate everyone for listening tonight. And until next time, next show should be Thursday, but depends on what's going on tomorrow. I don't know. So until then, I appreciate everyone for listening. Appreciate all the comments. Until next time, I love each and every one of you. Be safe.